Okay, we are starting another lesson in, let me share my screen, using Canva. And all of these are really ideas that authors can use to incorporate Canva. And, oh, got a little bit big here. Let's move this down. All right, today we are going to look at Canva and making bookmarks. Now, I got a notification in an email a couple of weeks ago that you could make bookmarkers, that they had new templates. And the only way I've been able to find those templates is through that link that they gave in a book in the email. Well, if you've ever clicked links in emails, you can see that there are what appears to be hundreds and hundreds of characters in that link. So I was able to play around with and whittle it down to the link that will lead to those without having to go through the email. Once again, I'm not able, they don't have them posted here on the popular design types unless it's changed this morning. So let me scroll through here and see. And no, they still don't have it on there. So there's two ways you can do the bookmarker. It's very simple because a bookmarker is 2x6. So you can create your own, but I really want you to see some of their designs. And I'll include the link in the description of the video. But I want you to hop over here and I want you to look at these, and I just want you to look at their designs and really just, for lack of a better word, analyze how they're doing these bookmarkers, okay? They're simple. This is a Christmas one. It says, "'Tis the season to read good books." This one's "Curl up with a good book and make this Christmas your best yet." But the main thing is a quote and a pretty image, okay? That's how they are doing theirs. And they're just making it a simple bookmarker. But what I want to look at it is using the bookmarker. And I'm just scrolling through here because I just want you to be looking at the simplicity of the design. Now, where they have a curl down right here, that's because there's two options. Somebody has shared two different designs, but those, they cost, okay? Whereas they've got, like this one is two designs, and okay, it looks like they've made all their designs free. Some people have them free, but the main thing that you really are looking at is the simplicity of the design. Pretty image and some words, okay? But I wanted to use my bookmarkers as more of a marketing tool for my book or for me as an author, okay? So I did one for my children's book design, okay? But just look at this, again, look at the simplicity. And the thing about it is that if you, for instance, you think that this is kind of cool with this white corner and the blue right here, well, that's a free design. You could click it over here and you could change. They're not letting you change anything now. Well, yeah, now you are. I don't know why they had that big. Okay, you could change your wording here, but I'm going to show you how to look at, the simplicity of what they've created for you to just give you as a springboard for your own creativity and make your own, okay? So the first thing that you have to decide if you're going to do this is your bookmarker best going to serve your purpose being vertical like all of these are, or would it best be horizontal? Now, let me swing back over here and show you my design that I did for my bookmarker. I did one for my children's book. I'm putting it in here. Now, I'll tell you, I designed it sideways before it came to me to do my template myself and to do it horizontal. So I did it vertical and then had to keep rotating my words around, okay, and typing in sideways. I don't suggest everybody doing that. I don't know why I didn't, I was still kind of playing around and using their templates. And so, I had to design it while it was vertical. But let me show you how you can design your own, just starting from scratch and remembering what I said, that it's 2 by 6. Okay. So let's go up here and put custom dimensions. You want to come over here and change it to inches. Now, if I'm going to do where it is a vertical, then it's 2 inches wide and 6 inches high, because it's 2 inches wide at the top and 6 inches high vertical. But I don't like tilting my head sideways, so I'm going to do 6 inches wide and 2 inches high, and watch what happens. Now my template is going to come up here and it's vertical. Now, I'm not going to be able to go back to their layouts or anything, but to use their templates. But again, I just wanted y'all to see the simplicity of their designs. So here's how think about how you want your bookmark laid out. Do you perhaps want a picture, a 3D picture of your book on the bookmarker, then with some other design over here? So that's how we could use this. You say, Kim, well, what do you mean? Well, if you have uploaded a design of your book, I'm going to do mine for my prayer journal, and I'm going to put it over here. But this is a transparent, so I really don't want that right there to show, that image right there to show. So, hold on, let me delete that off. I'm just going to delete their whole, I'm going to just kind of go with the flow, but I just wanted you to see where you can look at their layouts and you can think about, how would I want, here's a suggestion of 3. I could do my image and maybe my book image, and then my website info, or, my author tagline or something like that. You can split it up. You can do different things with it. So let's play around. I haven't even done this yet. I'm kind of starting from scratch here. Let's say I'm doing one for my creative prayer journal, and I'm going to put a picture of my book right there. And then I'm not going to do that big a type, but I just seem to always click that one. Let's do Kim Stedman, and okay. Now again, use your purple. You get to use your little purple pop-ups that help you center everything. And let's make that smaller. Now, author, illustrator, thriver, mentor. And then I like that type. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put my contact information. I'm going to put my website, and I could put, I could put my email address. I could put my office phone number. I can make this bookmarker sort of be like a business card, but you know, I'm not going to just hand them out willy-nilly. This is going to be something, because these are going to cost money. What you can do is you can do your bookmarkers and, well, hold on. I'll show you what you can do. So we're going to just email and phone. Okay. And that's kind of blah to me. I think I'd rather have some type of background. And I could choose one of their pre-backgrounds. Now, since I'm saying that I'm an author, I kind of like the idea of using this right here and lining up some of my stuff, some of my info, like it's on the line. In fact, I really like that idea. I'm going to change my type here to where it really looks like I'm handwriting. Whoa, that's kind of big. Let's go down. It's still too big. Kind of hard to read. I want somebody to be able to read this easily. So maybe that type style is not. I want something that looks like it's handwriting so that it kind of makes sense that they're using the line. Maybe that clicker script. I think that's, I don't like that one either. There we go. That one kind of sits well with me. And I'd end up probably changing this to a more simple. If I'm going to have that much swirls and whirls right there, I think I'm going to make this be a simpler font. Whoa, I don't know why that keeps doing that. Sorry about that, y'all. And I think I'll change all that to the same font. Okay, kind of makes it look cleaner and nicer. I don't know, that might be a fun way, but the main thing I want to do is I want to be able to show y'all how you can get these ready to upload them someplace to have them printed so that you can order them. Okay, so I'm going to say Kim Stedman bookmark 1. So I have my design title and I'm going to download that as an image. So I have a paper cutter at home. So when I did my, the one for my dog book, for my children's book, I did all the cutting myself. Now, at the place where I had it, which was Office Depot, Office Max, they would have cut it for me for a fee, which, you know, is cool. I just happened to have my own stuff. So I did it myself because I tend to do too many things by myself. All right, I am going to upload that bookmark now into my designs. And here is what I'm going to do. I am going to, okay, boom, it's there. I'm going to create my own design. I'm going to create a letter size because I want to be able to make this into just a simple PDF that I can have done at the printers. Okay, so, excuse me. I'm going to take my uploads and I'm going to put my bookmarker over there. Now remember, it's 2 by 6 and I needed to leave a little bit of room for cutting. Okay, now they said that, like I said, they said they would have cut it for me if I would have given them guidelines of where the cuts needed to be. So what I would have needed to do is snap all these together, and then I would have needed to put little arrows, and if you're going to have somebody else cut them for you, be sure and just call them and ask them what type of guide marks that they need so that they would know where to cut everything. They've got really fancy paper cutters too, and as long as you tell them where you want the cuts, and you could easily do this in this entire image. You could use the lines, really wouldn't matter, you know, what color, just squish them in and just, you know, tell them that you want to cut on the lines. You would want to change the colors to a real soft faded gray color. And then copy and, you know, like I said, just there. See, it automatically kind of lining up for you, but just there, click it and make sure that right there. So you could make them their grid, and so they could cut it for you, or you could cut it. But nonetheless, what you're going to do is you're just going to build your document. And I'm going to build it real quick. Whoops, I'm not going to put any more of the guidelines because I think you get the hang of what I'm talking about there. But what you will do is you've got your document built, and bookmarker set, name it whatever you want so that you know. But the main thing is what you're going to do is you're going to download it as a PDF. And now you will have a PDF document of your big set of bookmarkers, and you can go and have them printed. Each one of mine that I did for the dog, for the children's book right here, I purposely set mine up for this particular one. I did it as a 2x6, but I want you to see how I laid it out because I did it on purpose. I left room down here with white so that I had room to write with a marker, to write a personal note to somebody. So I cut mine and left that room right there, and purposely left it with a long header on this side so that I utilized the whole piece of paper for the PDF. Okay. So there's different ways that you can do it. So here's the one that we just created. We created a bookmarker. I could, you know, I would have needed, see, I've got some space right there, would have needed to move that over a little bit so that they would understand to cut on the line. And like I said, just find out from them what they need, what type of marks. They may specifically want dashed lines. All mine said is I could have put marks and they would have done it, and I did not go to the next level and say what kind of marks. But it's a simple call to your office supply store that has set up for big copying. And I did 20 of these for $5. And I included this as part of a gift for people that were doing a fundraising when they purchased a copy of the book from a lady that's doing the fundraiser. I threw these in as a gift that this lady could use to kind of help with her sales. She's a longtime friend, and you know, so I spent extra money, but it was all of like $5 to print up 5 or 6 sheets, and it would have taken me way more time to do because I thought about doing personal art, and those take so much time that something, you know, still personal and cute and generated in a more mass production way was a better use of my time for this particular project. Okay. But you're just going to have to kind of play around. And like I said, I will go and I'll give y'all this link so that you can kind of look at some of the quotes they use. I mean, maybe you could use a quote from your book. You could use one of their free images that, you know, perhaps it settles well with your book theme. You could, you could, and I think I showed this example before in a group setting with some of y'all. If you've got an image that is, if you've used an image in your book for the front cover, you could upload your image, because this is the front. If you look right here, if you can see on the screen, this is the image that I used, that the designer used for my front cover. Well, I could use this as my image. Now, granted, I'm going to have to play around with it because it's not going to, see, it's not going to center right and everything. Well, I guess I could do that, just depending on what I wanted to do. If I wanted to let this be my full image and then maybe do a transparency here and do a transparency right there, and now put in some type of quote from my book or just a favorite quote. Quote, reading is good medicine. I don't know. That doesn't have a thing to do with my book, but, you know, I could do that, and then I could, you know, put in, you always want to brand. That's the main thing. If you're going to use these bookmarkers as an author, put your website, put the website to your book. Maybe you've got a landing page that's just about your book. People may still order through Amazon, but you have a sales page about your book on your website. Put something here that links back to them, links them back to you. Okay. And, you know, you could change if you want it to be a more subtle color for the print or for the type. You know, you might could do it in a gray, for instance, or something like that. So that's one sample of how you could do it. You could also have stuck with the kind of like the smaller size that we had. Keep the crisp, beautiful picture, and, you know, move your quote over here with a smaller font size so that it doesn't take up as much room. But remember, the most important thing is branding. I'm going to, instead of add a little bit of text, I'm going to put branding. Branding meaning your website, a link back to where they could buy your book through a landing page on your website. If you don't have a website as an author, I think it's probably the most important thing that you need to do. Even if it's only a welcome page and here are my books and here is about me. That's 3 things. But something that you're not depending on just Facebook, you know, and not just depending on Amazon. Okay, so that is a few ideas of how you could use the bookmarkers templates, or doing bookmarkers through Canva for your author marketing. All right, I hope that helped y'all. I will have another lesson again soon. Bye.